Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your live internet audience.
He told me enough. He said you were presented before it.
That's right. I am your Jupiter at night.
No, that's impossible.
Search your feelings. You know it to be true.
No!
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Jupiter at Night. My name is Chris.
My name is Jeremy.
Hey there, J-Man.
Sometimes known as Darth Jeremy.
Yeah. Or the J-Man.
That's right.
Yeah, okay, I am excited because tonight's episode, we're giving the internet an epic update on Minecraft. And Minecraft, there's a couple of different things we'll be covering on it, but I think maybe we'll start talking about the personal impact it's had on us and the network. It's been a big, big boon for community growth, something a lot more than we expected, really.
Well, I think probably before we even get into that, we should probably just talk about the fact that Minecraft has outlived the...
True that.
I mean, when it first started hitting the internet, probably 2 to 3 months ago is when it really started like blowing up on Twitter, and people were talking about it on Facebooks and Reddits and stuff like that.
And I think that's probably why we've seen it continue to impact our community is, it's just not faded away.
Right.
It continues to grow, which, honestly, in the age of what always seems to be just the YouTube fad, it just seems like whatever's popular all of a sudden gets played up on YouTube for a couple of days, and then the fad goes away and nobody's talking about it anymore.
We held off on creating our own online server for a while because I thought it was going to fade away.
Yeah, so did I.
We had a lot of demand for it, though, so eventually we did do it, and holy smokies, I am so glad that we did.
Yeah, it's been pretty neat. So we've set up a couple of different Minecraft servers, and some of them... some of the people in there have just made the most amazing things.
It's incredible. In fact, I wasn't able to get it done before this show, but I've put together a couple of tours that I'm hoping to get published sometime middle of next week.
Yeah, that should be pretty cool.
Of our servers.
It's crazy what people have built. You guys will not believe it. It will blow your mind. If you've even kind of been wondering a little bit about Minecraft and if it's something you would like, or you should check out this highlights video that the J-Man's going to put out because it's going to be...
Just keep an eye on our YouTube channel. I think it'll show up there when it's ready.
Now, do you think there's been a lot of content update that's gone into Minecraft? And I know there's been some controversy around Minecraft. There's even that DDoS against the developer because they didn't feel like the bug fixes and the updates were coming fast enough.
Yeah. And you know what? In retrospect, I almost have to agree with them because, a couple weeks back on Halloween, we got a major update. It was great. Tons of cool new content and everything. But we hadn't seen updates for weeks and weeks.
That's what I was wondering. The Halloween update was the first big thing, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But now that after the Halloween patch landed, first of all, if you were following Notch's Tumblr, his personal blog, pretty closely, you would have noticed that a lot of the coding for that Minecraft Halloween update came out the day that it was being published. Meaning he was holding off. Now, I know the dude's a busy guy. He's a one-man dev team, but if he could have gotten it done earlier, why didn't he? So, okay, that's the end of my rant, though.
Well, it's funny that you bring it up, though, because I was actually thinking, we covered a story about how he was expanding and he got all this money from the sales and he had launched an office and hired a dev team of like 5 people or something like that.
I think it's up to 7 now.
And I was thinking, how do you just that, getting an office space, getting all that money, getting the accounts, the banking, the business established, and then hiring people, finding people, just that alone.
Finding people that are good enough for you to invest in them on your indie project that you created from the ground up.
Full-time right there, right?
Right, yeah.
So I could kind of see how maybe there was like,
business stuff going on.
And I was almost thinking too, like... You almost had to wonder, was the Halloween update sort of like his own personal, I'm going to put this marker in the ground just so that I know I get some content out there, because if I make this commitment in public, I'll get it done. That's
probably part of it. Yeah. It is such a private thing, a one-man project that he probably needs to set some of those goals for himself.
And then what better way to do than just put yourself out there?
I think that the impact, though, and the response that he's seen to that one patch has kind of led him down another path. And very recently, Notch announced that multiplayer, which is what we're doing on our servers, is going to be his number one server, is his number one priority from now on.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Now, that's a direction change.
We've already seen since Halloween 2 major content updates that are improvements to multiplayer.
Okay.
They've included some bugs.
Yeah. I mean, before the show here, like the J-Man said, he was
trying to get those tours shot.
Yeah, and there was some bugs that he ran into that kind of slowed him down.
I hate boats.
Yeah, the boats are a challenge, apparently. I'm not very well versed in the boats, but Jeremy here sort of bared the bad news for me and showed some of the people on our Minecraft multiplayer server have built underwater
highways.
Yeah, you get in a boat and there's running water and you just it sends you. It's like a fast transit system, like a subway system.
But now boats are broken.
Yeah,
so those are worthless.
Yeah. Now, what do you think? Should we jump? Do you want to jump and talk about the Halloween article, because you actually wrote up a pretty good article over at 10 Ton.
Why, thank you, Christopher.
I think it's a good opportunity to mention it, and you've got nice screenshots of the Halloween update and stuff.
It's
like
a visual journey through the Halloween update. Now, this is the first time I've ever plugged myself on Jupiter at Night for something that's not Jupiter Broadcasting related.
That's true.
So check that S out, because I put a lot of work into that, and that's my actual day job.
Some people out there may not know the J-Man here. Jeremy writes for 10 Ton, and one of the things that he read up recently was that a visual journey. And so we'll put a link to that in the show notes. And if you head over to jupiterbroadcasting.com, you can find this episode of Jupiter at Night. And of course, in there, you can find the show notes, which will include the link to that article.
You know, another important thing that's included in our show notes is the link to our personal server.
Oh, yeah.
You guys can go check out the update
thread?
over on our forums.
Yeah.
At Jupiter Colony is our forums. And very recently we launched a second server. We kind of took our main server that we were kind of keeping under wraps, and we've cut it off and made it entirely private for people that are only approved members of our community. I know that's a little bit velvet ropey, but
the idea is not so much. So the idea it was a two-step process.
Yes.
Step one, there's a totally open access public server.
Yes.
And the information's in the show notes about that. And then
if you're watching this, you have access.
Yep. And then there was the whitelist server, which anyone eventually has access to. But what we kind of do is we want people who have expressed an interest in actually really building this almost sounds kind of debaggy, but some of it is kind of artwork. And if you see the tour and you see some of this stuff, it's sort of more impressive than you expect it to be.
It is so easy for somebody to just get on that server and be a dick and destroy things.
Well, that's what was happening. People will get on our server, and maybe this is actually not bad to talk about, because this is one of the downsides, maybe.
Yeah.
Is people were getting on this our server and then burning it to the ground.
Yeah.
Lighting fire or destroying.
For example, I have one of my small houses that I built on the server has lava in the ceiling.
Yeah, of course.
Just as lighting.
What could ever go wrong with lava lighting, Jeremy?
So somebody walked into my house and broke the ceiling out, and all the lava poured inside.
We're kind of asking for that. I'm not saying I did it, but I'm not surprised that you had a lava ceiling,
it looked
dude.
great, though.
I can imagine. That's not bad. So the idea was that people that are going to build something like the space shuttle that's being built right now, or the Sphinx, or just all this different stuff, the idea was to sort of give them an improved access that they could go and join.
Somewhere safe.
But I gotta say, I mean, every day I hear from people that want to get on our server and play.
Yeah.
And this is just totally not what we expected at all, and it's been great.
No, I mean, I said earlier, I really thought this was going to be a fad. I thought maybe we'd get a couple dozen people, and then attendance would peter off, and now
People forget.
I thought by now the server would be shut off.
Right. Well, what's really
it just keeps getting bigger and bigger.
What's really cool too is there's communities out there that have provided mods and things like that, including like IRC tie-ins, so that we can actually have our live IRC chat room that's up over at jupiterbroadcasting.com/live has now a connection with our awesome
if I were
Minecraft server.
To type something with a simple command, I can say hello to the people inside the game.
That's pretty neat.
And it'll send the message into the game
chat
chat
into the game chat. Yeah, and then they can chat back, and that's pretty cool. So I don't know, if you're building a community around that, that's a really nice feature to be able to have.
In fact, one of the things that Notch recently added to Minecraft is actual mod support for texture packs. You know, changing the way that the world
a big topic,
looks. I'm not big into texture packs myself. I think that none of them really add all that much to the game, and I think at this point you might as well experience it as the creator intended.
I feel the same exact way about Linux distribution themes.
Really?
I always find that a Linux distribution theme has like maybe a great set of toolbars or a great window border or a great toolbar theme, but really bad icons. But there's just something that's so off-putting, but really in the grand scheme of things maybe isn't that important, and I can see why. Like I'll go look at like the highest rated KDE and GNOME themes on the theming websites, and I'm just like, maybe one or two of them I'll run, but I generally almost all of these just go stock now.
I really feel the same way about most of the texture packs. Yeah, like there'd be like the cobblestone looks great, or the trees look incredible, but then the sand is like crap.
Yeah.
Or the stone faces look like something.
Or iron looks like rock for some reason.
Right,
Something
or
ridiculous.
the glass has like stupid X designs all over it or something like that.
Yeah.
It's always the same thing.
I'd be curious to know out there if people are enjoying Minecraft and
Our people are. Between the two servers, we've had over about 150 unique people log
really
into
cool.
these two servers.
100 and build the most amazing things, and the teamwork has been really cool.
Yeah.
So I would like to know if you out there are doing something like that, and if you're interested in checking out our Minecraft world, head over, like we said, get the show notes. If you're watching this, say, like over on YouTube, there's usually I remember to put a little link down there that links you back to the show notes. But
if you are watching this on YouTube and are not a usual member of our community, please don't wreck everything. Please.
Please be internet nice. People are really working hard in there, and we've had it happen a couple of times.
Yeah.
You should see how many.
You should see how many thousands of trees are burning on the public server right now.
I had pigs in that house. I had pigs, and they're gone now, though they were delicious. Okay, everyone. Well, thanks so much for watching tonight's episode. Hey, you know what? Before we go, we should say our buddy John has been on Castablasta, and he was on Joint Failures with me, co-hosted Joint Failures. He'll be joining us tomorrow night in place of the J-Mac because you've got some musical talents and concertsy things you're doing.
Upsets me because this is the first time John's been back in the studio in months and months, and I'm going to miss out on it.
It's been a very long time. I mean, it must have been early January, I think, was the last time we shot a Joint Failures.
Yeah.
So it's been a long time, so I'm excited to have him on the show. So we'll get him back when you're here too.
Show.
In fact, I thought of a way we could. I think we could do it. It would look horrible, so people have to forgive the look. But I think we could fit 4 people.
Really?
I think we could do it. Cool. Now that we've got that wireless mic.
Oh yeah.
Just one person could be on the wireless mic
without having to like all sit sideways and like.
Well, we're gonna have to zoom the camera out so the computers will be in the shot. The green screen won't fit. But if we did a 4-way Jupiter night, that could be kind of fun.
Could be.
And actually, I think we could even do 5 if we wanted to go crazy, because we do have that other wireless mic, the one that's a little shorter. We could have. Imagine if we could get everyone in. Okay, anyways, maybe I should stop talking because I'm getting myself on a deeper and deeper hole here.
Yeah.
Anyways, if you want to watch that, you can go over to jupiterbroadcasting.com/live and join us live at 8 p.m. Pacific, or watch it anytime you like in any format. We always include links to the RSS feeds in the show notes.
We're crazy like that.
It is crazy like that. And until tomorrow night, everyone, thanks so much for watching tonight's episode of Jupiter at Night.